Yeah, what's up, everybody? Brian with you from the Game Comment, and we're doing our AI-only championship series. So, yesterday's episode, we figured out which of the two Teddies is going to be moving on to the group stages in our championship series, and today we're going to be figuring out which of the two Frances will be moving on. If you missed yesterday's episode, I highly encourage you go check it out, because, I mean, it was close, dude. It came down to the wire. It was very entertaining, which is what I have to say. One thing about this game, especially, I think it might be the newer, mod, and especially then with turning on some of the different game modes, I feel like we've gotten some really crazy close games over the last couple seasons or last couple series, which has been very entertaining. So anyways, we're gonna be doing Black Queen against Magnificent. I gotta go turn that off. Let's turn the spectator on. Oh my god. And well, let's turn this off before they keep alerting me. And then all right, we got only two left, so we're gonna do the exact same thing. So we're gonna do online speed, on deity, ancient era, mirror map, and then we'll do apocalypse, even though it doesn't make that big of a deal. Dramatic ages really wouldn't matter either. Yeah, it could, because you'd lose your own cities. We'll do the monopolies again, and then we'll do secret society, and then let's do game speed custom, and we're gonna go 151. Perfect. And I think everything is fine now. So we're going to go ahead and launch in here. So which of the two Black Queens or which of the two Catherines do we think is better? I really don't know. Honestly, like I've not really had a good opportunity to play with either of them enough to really kind of get a good idea. I mean, with Teddy, there was definitely, and what's so interesting about the different leaders is they have just like different advantages. Like the Bull Moose Teddy to me was significantly weaker than the Rough Rider when it came to AI only. At least that was my assumption, just because one is aggressive or one's built to be more aggressive and one isn't. Although, you know, we saw, hey, building a bunch of wonders is actually potentially very powerful as well. So the same thing's kind of true here, where it's like, I don't really know which one's going to come out on top. I mean, I kind of assume that Black Queen is going to be the better one, but maybe that's just because, like, I'm used to her. Reveal all here. Let's get rid of the poppin'. All right, so which one's which? This one is Magnificent is the top right, and then Black Queen is bottom right. They instantly both have two cities up, about to pop out three. Kaguna is over here, which is, dude, wow, Mo and Joe as well. Kaguna is culture and culture for every adjacent bonus resource. That's actually not horrible. And then gain culture equal to 10% of the construction cost when finishing buildings. Yeah, okay, we got some really interesting suzerain opportunities here. So where was Mo and Joe? Mo and Joe's over here. That's definitely going to give a nice little advantage, I think, to... oh, you know what? I think, isn't the Empire score also based on population? Yeah, I also feel like maybe it's based on population, which if that's the case, grabbing Mo and Joe would be pretty good, except you literally threw neither of your cities on the coast, and Paris, you didn't even settle on any water. Why would you not go on the Plains Hill? Why would you, just so you could work the 1-2 to be? That's horrible. AI, come on, man, that's horrible. La Rochelle here also isn't on it, but La Rochelle isn't the capital. Actually, no, it is. So both actually put their capitals off the water. Okay. It must have something to do with the luxury resources. I'm not entirely sure on that. Yeah, they both have a luxury and a bonus resource right next to them, with coal pretty close. Nah, see, you have, yeah, so it doesn't look like the resources are actually put down equally across both. But yeah, all right, well, whatever. So Black Queen has a pretty strong army right now. We'll see if she's going to do anything with that army. It actually looks like she's about to go, and she is going to go fight Mo and Joe. All right, well, you know, why take the housing bonus when you could just go declare war and conquer it? Now, in the scheme of things, conquering city-state is not the worst thing in the world. Also, what? It's actually kind of really freaking cool. So what's cool about the Bermuda Triangle is now if you built a ship here, if you had a harbor, you would actually be able to teleport outside into the ocean, because I imagine the teleport spot for the Bermuda Triangle is probably going to be one of the oceans out here. So it'd actually not get trapped, which is kind of hilarious. So is Mo and Joe going to fall? Probably, if she gets the battering ram, or are you just going to keep attacking without the battering ram adjacent? Because, you know, that's kind of dumb, but whatever. Yeah, she should be fine now. Mo and Joe is like they're trying hard, but there goes the walls. So with the walls down, I think it's just a matter of time. Mo and Joe is definitely making her hurt, though. And she's taken probably like 2 or 3 losses already. Kaguna is actually getting sieged down by France. Who would have known? But France is being far more aggressive than Teddy ever was. Seriously, Teddy is like one of the more aggressive AIs in the game. He just, for whatever reason, he's always been super aggressive. I think it's just because he gets the science bonus. And I don't know. Dude, that archer in there is actually just wrecking right now. I hate to say it, but she might not get this. Crossbows are popping in. And she's still got a full HP warrior there. Okay. Oof, that was close, though. Yeah, that was close. It was looking like you weren't going to get it. And then, okay, you ended up burning it to the ground over here. Why? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what was their thought process behind there. Now, what's interesting is Mohenjo was on the river, or sorry, on a lake, where whatever this one was, wasn't actually on any body of water. Interesting. So city-wise now we're at 4 compared to 6. 3, 4, 5. 6, yeah. Okay, so I was going to say Black Queen should be leading, and she is. She's about a 40-point lead right now. Now, remember, apparently there's only one religion or something. I don't know. And it looks like Magnificent was the one that actually got the religion. Wonder-wise, well, right now Black Queen is my Wonderwall. So she's got the Etemed... whatever, the Oracle. God, one of these days I'm gonna say it right. She's also working on the Hue. And the thing is, I don't think she has an opportunity over here to build the Hue anywhere. She got a couple dams though. Like 3 dams up already. That's pretty freaking crazy. That's really early to have 3 dams. Well, I say that, but I don't know what era they're in. What are they currently researching? Astronomy. So that's universities. So yeah, I suppose having dams at this point isn't that weird. Okay, so it looks like Magnificent's going for Preslov as well. Dude, what is with them? They're so aggressive. Oh my gosh. Trebuchet, woo! I've actually never gotten a chance to use the Trebuchet because I hadn't played that much since they added it in the last update, which I'm glad they added it. They needed to have added it. And I'm glad they added line infantry and all that. It just balances the game out so much more with the units, but... Unfortunately, just hadn't really had much opportunity to play with it. I'm trying to think. The one game we did play, I don't know we were actually even building any military units. It's at, like, the Trebuchet is at that weird time when you're playing on deity where you're not really attacking because you're kind of waiting for the bombard. You know, it's this weird point where, like, the catapult just isn't strong enough and your units just aren't really strong enough to end up fighting deity AI, which is going to be generally slightly ahead of you. Well, is always going to be ahead of you. But you're not quite strong enough with, like, the bombards to just absolutely destroy them at range. Even the bombards really are kind of weak until you can get... Dude, are you serious over here, Magnificent? But even the bombards aren't really necessarily worth it until you can get the balloon, just so you can outrange the walls. Okay, well, Magnificent has now missed out on 2 cities, which I have to say is probably the difference in the game score right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, 1 city up, and that's with raising 2 cities, which is kind of hilarious. I do kind of feel like the Trebuchet should be able to outrange the wall. It is a little weird, just to be straight up honest with you, because, like, the whole danger with trebuchets and siege weaponry was the fact that, like, they could blow up walls from range. Actually, what would be kind of cool is if it took, like, I mean, they have the move in, like, you can't move and shoot, which does make sense. I don't know, I was thinking something like Age of Empires 4, which now has, like, the thing where, like, you can actually build it, or, like, they actually have to get built before they start shooting. So I was wondering if, I don't know, maybe it needs something like that where you can actually, like, rally out. I mean, the biggest thing is I feel like they need to do something with the walls that's very similar to Humankind, where the walls are more than just, like, one city. I've always loved the idea of just having, like, multiple tiles in the walls. Like, I feel like any district should get included in the walls, which is ironically exactly how Humankind did it. So, yeah, and I mean, that would then allow you to have more than one unit inside the walls, which in that particular case means you could solely out your, or rally out your cav or something like that to go attack a trebuchet. Now, the one thing is I feel like siege equipment should also then not have really any melee strength so that, you know, they would get pretty much instantly destroyed if, you know, you tried rallying out to kill them. But whatever, that's a whole nother idea. Anyways, what's going on right now? Lots of promotions. So you just finished, what wonder is it that gives every unit a promotion? That's not the Temple of Artemis, or sorry, I'm trying to think, which one was that? Is that the Terracotta Army? Terracotta Army, which is the one that gives Terracotta Army gives everyone a promotion. Okay, I knew that was a wonder. Pretty interesting. Unfortunately, you don't get any score for it, but like that's still like pretty good just because all our units are going to be that much better. Now, I thought she was going to go for Leventa here, but it doesn't look like that is going to be the case. It does look like Magnificent might be going here for Thunia, which we'll see. Is anyone suzerained with it? Black Queen is actually suzerained with it. So if anyone is going to go for it, it would be Magnificent. Where are you guys at on tech? Satellites. Okay, I was going to say, I feel like we will be shooting off rockets here pretty quick. And then army score, Black Queen is a little bit stronger. Just a little bit stronger. I do feel, though, Magnificent still has more territory. Like, I feel like she just has... Like, what's the Empire score comparison right here? 285 to 319? No, she has more. Huh. Interesting. I wouldn't have guessed it, but... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, all the rockets are being shot out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have one extra city, and somehow you're behind in the Empire score. Once again, that might also be based off pop, though, like I mentioned. Yeah, and she does have a pretty big pop here in her, like, these first 4 cities. So, yeah, I guess that would make sense, then. That it is also based on population. She's popping out more wonders. That's really the difference, I think, right now. I mean, that's the biggest difference, at least. So, you know, this is the first game. I think the biggest thing, if you're Magnificent or if you're rooting for Magnificent over Black Queen, is you just want her not to fall too far behind. Like, I don't think she makes a comeback. I don't think she wins the game. I mean, obviously, she could shoot the rockets off first, but she doesn't even have a spaceport yet, and she seems to be pretty far behind in tech. I mean, her science isn't horrible, but she does seem to be behind in tech, so... Yeah, what are we looking at now with the science? So, unlikely they will finish that. Remember, just because, like, they have to shoot off all, 4 rockets, and then it also has to, you know, spend 50 turns traveling, even though, you know, they hopefully would reduce it from 50 turns, but it's just unlikely the AI is going to be able to do that. So, you're getting lots of power over here. Interesting. I don't think that was going to be a diplomacy victory. I don't think 150 turns is early enough. I think that 170, if we would have kept going to 175, I think we were going to be seeing diplomacy victories pretty much every game. So I'm glad we did it 150. Like when I threw out 175, I just had no idea on online speed how quickly the AI was going to finish. Ideally, I don't really want people to win because it just gets that weird little situation where then people argue over like, well, no, they should get more points for winning the game, and it's like, well, yes and no. So I kind of like the idea of a third of the points. Also, by the way, this is a cool city here. I love the little pass there. With the mountains, yeah. I'd actually love to put a city right there. That would just be amazing. But that is actually really where you want to put the campus. So, just like visual standpoint, I will say humankind has kind of gotten me back into, I don't really care about the best location for the city, but I want like the prettiest city, man. You know? Civ, I guess because it's only like one tile, the city, it just, you know, it doesn't matter quite as much. But, all right, tornadoes coming and doing some wrecking. I don't think it really is going to make much of a difference. I think districts actually also play into the Empire score, if I recall correctly. Man, it's been a minute. It's been a year since we've done this, so I kind of forgot a lot of this stuff, okay? You got to forgive me. So, Athunia never got captured. Akkad also never got captured. So those two stayed alive, but the other two just got completely destroyed. So, yeah, it is what it is. Interesting spaceport here, man. Also with the harbor there. Oh, because that's not the harbor. Yeah, that's a very weird spaceport, man. Just got an island all by itself. Not really an ideal place for it, just because, you know, it is going to flood. But with the AI getting the stupid production boost, they might be able to finish the flood barrier in time. And actually, I'd have to say on online speed, you really don't have to worry about apocalypse mode. It's just never going to hit that, you know, flood. Oh, we lost. All right, that was a quick one. That was definitely a quick one. All right, let's see where we ended up. So Black Queen ended up getting the win here. So we're going to have to go back to main menu. We're going to have to load in. We're going to have to grab the scores. So I'll put a quick pause in here, and then we'll probably just go ahead and load in the next game, and then I will just be back as soon as we get the next game loaded in. So we'll be back in 1 sec. All right, so that game actually ended because the timer ran out. We hit turn 152, which I was like, oh, I wasn't paying attention. I was really into what we were talking about. Sorry, reveal all. So at turn 150, then Black Queen had 1482, and then the Magnificent Queen had 1202. So basically, what, a 280 point lead? So, nothing insurmountable. Now, we did end up switching them. So let's see, Black Queen is now to the west, and then southeast we have Magnificent. They both have their own islands. So once again, we're not really going to be seeing any warfare. I'm going to be intrigued to see if all the city-states get eliminated this time, or if they're going to try being a little more friendly with the city-states. I would have to assume probably not. Now, Black Queen's having some issues. She already has some barbarians up on her butt. So does Magnificent, but Magnificent doesn't have like the spawnage of the barbarians. So they definitely got scouted or something, because she's struggling right now. We have in the past, not gonna lie, seen some AI lose to some barbarians. Maybe not like completely get wiped out, but we've definitely seen the AI get punished by barbarians in the past. So like, we'll see. I don't know. We were talking about this, I think, in the Teddy campaign. I think the barbarians are tuned slightly down, but I don't 100% remember. I'm gonna have to wait for the comments and see what you guys say about it. I think there was another nerf. I don't really remember. The big thing is, though, with the heroes, these guys should be able to pop out a hero, and that should wipe out the barbarians. Like, any one of the heroes should just be able to take out a barbarian encampment by themselves. Okay, Magnificent has cleared out her barbarians. Black Queen is still struggling. Magnificent is currently ahead. The Magnificent Queen. I think I'm just going to start calling her the Magnificent Queen, because it's just, hey, if she's a Black Queen, she should also be a Magnificent Queen, right? Like, what the heck? Was she actually a queen? I assume she was, right? Catherine? She's got to be like an actual queen, right? Let's look at her history. Catherine, she has gotten a bad rap from historians. Ruthlessness on the throne. I mean, yeah, so if she was on the throne, she was a queen then. Okay. I'm trying to think. Yeah, because I was just trying to like figure out if like she perhaps had like maybe like early democratic, but that also wouldn't make sense, just because like usually women weren't really allowed to be democratically elected until probably more recently. So yeah, it's like so she had to have been a queen. I suppose she could have been, I don't even know. I was going to say a despot, but that's not really an option. That's like, doesn't make her not a queen. So it looks like Black Queen got the religion. We're just rambling right now. Okay. Actually, it looks like they maybe both got the religion. I don't know. Magnificent Queen is going for Ashan, it appears. Ashan, remember, was which one is the Science for the Great Works, which is France would not be horrible, especially if, depends what you do with your religion. You could get a lot of great works there, but yeah. Taruga looks like it might also get potentially sieged here in a minute, but we'll have to keep an eye out on that. I have to say, I think the biggest issue right now is Black Queen has been struggling with her units because of the barbarian encampment up there, and because of that, she just doesn't have enough units to really push any of the city-states. I think if you have to talk about one of the big differences between the two right now, I think that's it. And in fact, I think Black Queen might have been set back so far from the start here that I would actually be kind of shocked if they pulled it back and won it. Not even lying. Also, we got some crazy Petra locale. Can we get a freaking Petra, man? Game, this is all I desire from you. One time we've seen the AI build a good Petra. Okay? It has happened, but seriously, only one time. And this is with what, like 2,000 hours in the game, and I've seen one good freaking Petra from the AI, man. Usually they build it in like cities with like one. Which one's this one? Where is it? Where's the University of St. Cloud? Yeah, usually it's in like a location that has like one desert tile, and it's like, okay, cool, way to go. Nice. So honestly, Black Queen picking up a couple extra wonders right now would be good. What is the yielding here? Go away. So right now, is that Magnificent? Yeah, she's got a crazy culture lead. She's also got a science lead. And look at Catherine over here, the Black Queen. She has no money. So, okay, this is going to be probably a painful victory for Black Queen. Like, Magnificent's going to be schooling here. Because the thing is, she has so much more culture. She's going to get more and more options for the wonders. And she's going to pop those wonders out quickly sooner. So, let's see. 2 turns, 3 turns. She is going to beat her on the wonder, though. She will get Sinklor first. So, I mean, sure, that's going to help. Now I'm wondering what you put here in place. You went for Renaissance walls. Okay. No declaring war on city-states. I wonder if maybe that had something to do with their with their agenda. Also, Magnificent is going for a religious victory, which might, I mean, actually, I would say it's going to happen. I'd be kind of shocked if she doesn't pull it out here. She's got a huge advantage here when it comes to apostles. That isn't a good thing for her necessarily, because the longer this game goes on, the better it is. I mean, remember, she gets a third extra points, which isn't bad, but, you know, you kind of want to win at like turn 140 would be the ideal. So you get the max amount of points, which then is the argument for, yeah, there you go. I told you it was coming early, man. This is now like both second games. Both of our second games ended in a quick religious victory. That's kind of mind-blowing, right? Now, the funny thing about this is kind of the opposite of Teddy, because the person that won the first game then won the second game with a quick religious victory. So, But the funny thing is they needed that because they were going to lose. So this was kind of the exact opposite. All right, so we need the score on turn 92. Once again, I'm going to load in, write down the score, and we'll be back when we load in for the third match. All right, well, that ended up being pretty close there. So with the bonus points for winning the game, Magnificent Queen got 883 for only 482 for Black Queens. So right now, Black Queen's at 1964. Magnificent is at 2085. So it's a 121 point lead right now for Catherine, which is, you know, really freaking close. Actually, no, that's, yeah, 121. 121. Yeah, 121. I can't math. 121 for Magnificent, which is basically nothing on the lead. So we ended up random number generating again, and Black Queen ended up getting the first slot. Not that it matters. Not random. What is it? Reveal all. It's like random number generator. Wait, what? So on this map, Magnificent ended up on the top left, and bottom right is Magnificent, which, by the way, they have different towns. Yeah, they do have different towns. Okay. Just wondering on that one. I wonder when they added her in, if they added in more French towns. Just because you're more likely maybe to see more French towns? I don't know. I'd imagine we're going to see a little more aggression here when it comes to the city-states. That maybe both their agendas in the first game was just like anti-city-states. I don't know. Also, it looks like Black Queen's not going to get her butt kicked as badly against the barbarians here. So there you go. Magnificent Queen already took out her barbarians, so congratulations there. And yep, there you go, Black Queen as well. Now, Black Queen does have another encampment right there, which is going to be a bit annoying potentially. They do have the horse archer, but the horse archer is attacking feds, so you know that is helpful. Now the horse archer isn't really strong. It's only what, like 15 combat strength, I think. So you leveled up Slinger. That Slinger somehow lived, which is just kind of mind-blowing to think about, because that Slinger was not in a good position. Somehow all these units are just living through it. Like, how did that warrior end up killing all of them? Well, there you go. So she ended up, well, we'll see. I wonder if this horseman, nope, 20 melee strength. Sometimes the horsemen are at 20 melee strength. Sometimes they're at the actual 36. Although, did horseman melee strength change with all the updates? Or are they still 36? They should be 32 now. No, they're 36. But they changed swordsman, right? Swordsman got nerfed. Yeah, they're 35. Okay, they only got nerfed by one. That's not that big of a deal. You have Mulan over here. We've not seen too many of the heroes, which is kind of surprising. I don't know what the AI decides when it comes to heroes. Like, what's the trigger for them deciding to or not to grab a hero? No idea. 4 cities there, 5 here. So I think Black Queen might be ahead depending on wonder score. Nope, Magnificent Queen is ahead, but they're both equal on wonders right now. You're throwing out another city, no wonders. You are throwing out Hippolyta and a wonder, the Etemeneki. Etemeneki. Inaki? Might be Etemenaki? I don't know. I've Googled it, and we've had it pronounced before. I just don't remember. So you got a Great Prophets. You do have a religion popping out. You are also now popping out Jabel and the Great Library. So that's 2 wonders. So that will actually, well, nope, that won't give the wonder advantage because she's popping out her own. All right, did the solar flare kill any population? The solar flare damaged 2 tiles. Because the thing is, the solar flare doesn't really matter that much early game. Late game, like, the biggest thing is, like, it destroys your power grid. But it can also kill population, too. I thought. It's fairly certain it could. You got Milan, and you're actually going hard on Zanzibar with Milan, which will be interesting. Fez is getting, right now, sieged. Ah, crap. Crap. So you don't ever click on any city banners with this mod. Okay, thank God. They pop back. Because there can be a bug like that. Oh, interesting. Zanzibar ended up knocking them back. A, killed off Mulan, and B, ended up knocking out all of her remaining offensive troops except Hippolyta. But then Black Queen goes and destroys and razes the city. Great. That was very helpful to you, I'm sure. I'm sure that's going to really help you win the game here. Only like 30 points down right now, which isn't like, it's still very doable, but like that city could have given you the lead. You could be in first place right now in this game. You still need a little more to actually take over, but we'll see. All right, so it looks like Zanzibar will fall now with the Hippolyta and the... Yeah, there you go. And you raise it as well. Okay. All right. I mean, sure, AI, you do you. You do you. If you end up losing because you raise your own cities or you raise potential cities, that's on you, man. That is on you. Maybe it's something to do with happiness. I don't know. Or loyalty. Like maybe it's like too far away and the AI just figures they can't hold it. Could be something along those lines. I know they did tweak the AI so they're less likely to try holding on city. Like they're more likely to raise cities if it's further from their territory. I don't know if that is actually in relation to it. Because the funny thing is, she would have no problem holding on to that city because like no one else is putting any loyalty pressure over there. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? It is really weird also going back to Humankind because that's like, you know, number one game I'm playing right now. It is weird going and playing Humankind and being like, oh, wait, I don't have loyalty. Oh, wait, I can go settle right next to everyone else and not have any negatives. It's a weird situation. And in fact, sometimes it's like, oh, hey, you get free science because, you know, you're getting an influence. You're getting influenced by the opponent. It's like, oh, all right. I still hadn't quite figured out the negatives. There's a lot with Humankind I still hadn't quite figured out. I have to say, I feel like Civ 6, like if I was going to recommend a game for someone to play new to the genre, I would definitely say Civ 6. I think it's a far easier game to pick up. Now, obviously, play it maybe as vanilla as possible, but even with everything, just don't play it with all the game modes. You know, it's not that necessarily hard. I would probably say not Rise and Fall, because Rise and Fall, you know, adds the whole loyalty, and that can be a bit of a pain to kind of figure out. Although it does also add governors, which is really cool, but But anyways, yeah, I probably would then recommend... like I said, I would probably recommend Civ just because I think it's a little easier. I feel like Humankind needs a little bit more explanation in some of the stuff. But all right, so it looks like Magnificent Queen is once again going for another religious victory. A religious victory here would just completely end the game, and she would win. She would win the game. I don't know if we're going to see a pushback here, because right now it doesn't really look like she's trying to push back here, Black Queen. So this might be the end of the Black Queen. We will have to see. But there is a timer and it is ticking quickly here. Be interesting to have 3 of our 6 games into a religious victory, which I don't think is necessarily that weird because you're only 2 people, man. So, you know, it is going to be a quick religious game. Yeah, it's going to happen. 3, 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think she needs one more city in the game over. I think it's game over here. I don't think we're not even going to have to add up the score because she's the leader right now. So with the bonus points, she's definitely going to end up winning. All she has to do is convert one more town. And she's going the wrong way. Ooh, and a bunch of Catholicism just got absolutely wiped out. Not entirely sure what happened. Well, I mean, obviously one of their units died, but not entirely sure why. Also, you have a great prophet, but maybe you might not be able to found a religion because there's no more religions left. So maybe you got the great prophet, but then she got her great prophet and spawned the religion before you could spawn yours. That must have been what happened. So they must be at war now. Yeah, they're actually at war with each other. Woo! We actually have an AI war. And so she must have then pillaged her missionary, which then ended up killing the religion. Oh my God. Wow, that's crazy, dude. You're converting in 24. Nothing else is converting quick enough. So really the biggest thing... Oh, Dijon there is horrible, though, because that's an easy city to flip. Yeah, dude, yeah, there it is. There it is. She converted Dijon. I literally called it. I was like, that is a horrible location. All right. So she ended up winning. I'm pretty sure she was higher in score, too. We can just confirm it by looking here. not by much, but she had a lead going into it. Plus, then you take a third of her score. So, all right, I guess that means Magnificent Queen will then be the winner then. So we are going to then see Magnificent Queen in group 5. So it'll be the Magnificent Queen facing off against Saladin, Gandhi, Gorgo, Brazil, Egypt, Mali, and Spain. There's actually a lot of religion in that group. That's going to be a very interesting group because there's going to be a lot of religious fighting in that one. So that'll be fun to see. And then group 4, we have, well, I don't want to spoil it because, in case you still never watched yesterday's episode, but we have one of the Teddies against Portugal, Sweden, Eleanor of Aquitaine, the France version, that is Congo, that is Babylon, that is Chandragupta, and that is Byzantium. Okay, cool. So we might be back tomorrow with official episode 1 of the group stages. I don't know because I had a bunch of work just pop up today for this weekend, so I'm just going to have to kind of see how it works out. My plan is to start it right away tomorrow. If we don't start it right away tomorrow, it'll definitely be like worst case scenario early next week. We will have it going, and I don't really have a lot scheduled for next week, so I'll be able to get a couple episodes ahead. And really, I kind of am still just okay, I'm just waiting for comments on the first episode and stuff like that, just to kind of, just get a feel of what everyone's thinking and ideas. Just because, I think for me, it's cool hearing what you guys are suggesting because a lot of how we've actually made this game has come from suggestions. Like the whole second chance round, I think came from someone's suggestion, if I recall correctly. And the reverse knockout might have been my idea, but that might have also been a suggestion too. So, it's just, I like making this as a collaborative effort as possible. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, drop a like, comment. Let me know what you think. As always, hit the subscribe button, join the game, comment, share your support. See you guys tomorrow. Bye, everyone.